Hi, and welcome to my channel where we discuss the Power Platform. Today's episode, we're going to be having a look at all things text in Power Apps. Now, I've come across kind of different scenarios really in my work in Power BI when I've had to write out descriptions of reports. Now, in order to do this, I wanted to make something that it's repeatable as possible, and I've always come across these different visuals, and I thought, it'd be a good idea to kind of share these with you. So the first one I'm going to share is actually one that's come out quite recently and into preview, so I'm going to share a link of that below so you can get some more information there. But the first thing you need to do, make sure you have the latest version of Power BI. If you go into the options section and then into the preview features, and make sure that the smart narrative visual is turned on. This is a pretty amazing visual actually. So what I have here on this page, I have a finance data set which I've used in the past, and what it's telling me here is that this chart, this pie chart that I pulled in, this accounts list I pulled in, and this organization. Now I'm just going to put this in from scratch so we can see how that actually works. So I use this this smart narrative, and as soon as I pull it in, you see it's generated some text for me. So as this data comes into my report, it's telling me here that revenue accounted for 55.54% of the amount. The amount of revenue was higher than expenditure, which is great. So we can actually see that from our data set here. So we can see that revenue here was higher, and actually you can see that as I filter it changes the text as well. It says at 203 million, that is, trade sales are the highest amount. So we can see that from here, which was this percent higher than the gain loss on sales asset, which had the lowest amount. I mean, this is amazing. I have basically got perhaps not the most useful data, but definitely a start. Now what we can also do is we can add values here now. So I can say I can say, for example, I want to know about the highest amount that was ever assigned, and I'm going to call that highest amount as a variable. Essentially, I'm going to save that, and it's already popped it in for me. So I can just say the highest amount on this page is this amount. Now the great thing is, when I filter, the data filters, which is incredible. So a user can actually come in and start playing with the data. So that's the first one. Now the second one I want to have a look at is Enlightened data story. I've used this quite often in the past, and it's quite good. It does only kind of do like one little kind of line and a text really. So essentially you can see here it says the total amount on the page is this much. So that's just something I've used. Now if I remove that, and we'll bring it back in just to show it from scratch, which is this one here. So let's go ahead and we'll go for the greatest amount again. It's quite an easy one to use. So we'll put the amount into data values and check the summarization there. So that's the sum of everything, which we can use. But let's go for the maximum amount there. And if I go into the data section, oh, that's my replacement token. If I go into the story, in fact, I say the largest amount on this page is this much. And of course I can add data after, data before, and again, quite similar to the other visuals, it filters. So if I select on Southwest, I can quickly see what the largest amount was, which is amazing. So again, we can take out that kind of human need to write reports now, which is incredible. The third one I want to look at is the text enhancer by Mac Software. So you'll see here at the moment it says query return more than one value, and that's because I'm actually using that as a way of giving a title to the page. So it says here's the organization, which is the Southwest division. Now this is not really much of a kind of I guess it is. It is a way of basically showing data, and I am picking up data from the report. So I was about to say it's not really show summations as such. But the reason it's incredibly useful is that these colors and the shadow that we can apply. So if I go into here and show you the kind of different aspects that I've made this up. So first of all, the field that I'm using is organization. So it is a texture field that I'm using for this example. If I go under text settings, I've got colors. So I can change the colors there. I can add a shadow. So this is, a little bit more interesting than the kind of out of the box Power BI text that we have. I've got visual headers, I've got borders, I can put a background on it. So yeah, it's this could just be your title essentially. Every time you come onto the page, depending on what organization that you're looking at, then this could be a title. The last one I want to have a look at is this HTML text styler. This is essentially just a text styler, so it's not really to do with kind of data in this way, but what I've actually done is I've created a measure. So if I just show you that, and within this measure I'm actually using HTML. So I'm using this DL and DT tag in order to essentially indent and I'm using a bold as well in here. So I've got a bold tag as well, so it's big enough. And this basically gives me full reign of all the kind of HTML features in order to make this text exactly how I want to make it. So I've written here title text, and this is a test paragraph using HTML text styler because I was feeling very inventive when I put this deck together. Now, I mean, this is pretty cool. You could, of course, include numbers in here as well because it stacks. So I could, add in a text field or something and get that to filter on the page. And of course, the normal text editor on Power BI can't exactly do this kind of bold and all this kind of stuff within. You'd have to essentially change the text on the whole page. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you see ways of using that to essentially take out the person writing it, to make things as automated as possible, because that's one of the amazing things about these tools in the Power Platform. And of course, it's around Christmas, so hence the hat and the tree. Thanks for watching.